Back to follow-up segment tonight. It's now becoming clear the IRS was used for political purposes, targeting conservative groups and individuals. If you're following the story, you know it has reached critical mass. The IRS losing key emails, also allegedly targeting Republican Senator Charles Grassley. And the former IRS administrator involved, Lois Lerner, taking the fifth and being held in contempt of Congress. Obviously, special prosecutors should be appointed, but Attorney General Eric Holder will not do that, at least not yet. Joining us from Nashville, Tennessee, former federal prosecutor Alex Little. In the studio, former Attorney General of the United States, Michael Mukasey. So let's start with Attorney General Holder, your assessment.
Well, my assessment is that in this instance, a whole lot more ought to be done than is being done. I think that there ought to be a special prosecutor. I think that putting this case in the hands of a prosecutor who gave a maximum donation to the president's reelection campaign in 2012.
That's the head of the IRS.
Doesn't really inspire confidence. Okay,
so Holder, why won't he do it? Everybody, I think the majority of Americans agree with you. A new special prosecutor, which no ties to any political group, should be appointed. Holder won't do it. He didn't do it on Fast and Furious. He didn't appoint a special prosecutor there. Why won't he do it? Is he just trying to protect his very good friend, Barack Obama?
Well, I don't read minds, but he has, in the past, and I think it was an unfortunate locution, referred to himself as the president's wingman. I don't think the Attorney General ought to describe himself that way.
So it looks that way, unfortunately.
He kind of, you know, okay. he plays into that.
Counselor Little, you know, Americans watching tonight, some are very cynical about the justice system because of Mr. Holder. You know, if we commit a crime, you, me, even the judge, I mean, we're going to, you know, there's going to be investigated. But President Obama doesn't get investigated, and many, many people feel it's because Holder is protecting him. Are they wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they are. I don't think that's fair at all. I mean, Holder has not had a history of protecting Democrats. If you look recently, he's indicted and convicted Jesse Jackson Jr., Ray Nagin down in New Orleans, Kwame Kilpatrick, 3 Democratic politicians who have, you know, been prosecuted and convicted. Here, a special prosecutor is incredibly rare. We expect all our prosecutors to be impartial. I know when Judge Mukasey was the Attorney General, he expected every one of his U.S. attorneys to act impartially. Most of them gave huge donations to the president at that time, and we didn't question their impartiality.
Right, I think you made a good point on the 3 local politicians that were prosecuted by the Justice Department, but you seem to be discounting the close friendship between Mr. Holder and Mr. Obama, almost like John Mitchell and Richard Nixon. Yeah. Almost exactly the same way. But let me ask you this. There is no doubt now that the IRS, the most powerful internal agency in the country, used its power for political reasons. No doubt. And you don't think that rises to special prosecutor status?
I don't. Look who's in charge of the FBI right now. James Comey, who Judge Mukasey knows well, an incredibly well-respected individual.
But we don't even know if the FBI is looking at it. The FBI did bupkis on Fast and Furious. They didn't do anything. Well, all right.
We know a year ago.
We don't know that the FBI is looking at that. We don't know. Let me get to this. Senator Ted Cruz today called for the impeachment of Attorney General Holder if he does not appoint a special prosecutor. Do you think that's wise?
No, I don't think it's wise, because impeachment is a political act, and there isn't political support for convicting, or for upholding articles of impeachment. You don't think the Republicans
in Congress would like to go after Holder?
I think the Republicans in Congress would like to go after Holder. The question is whether those charges would be sustained in the Senate. And the short answer to that is no. The long answer to that is hell no. So what's the point of bringing them in the first place?
It's a symbolic point to show the American people that the Republican Party is outraged by this lack of investigative prowess.
You want to do something symbolic? Go carry a sign. You don't toy around with the Constitution of the United States that provides for impeachment unless you're serious about it.
Then what is the answer, Judge? We have a sitting Attorney General who does not seem to be interested in the IRS situation or the Fast and Furious situation or a number of others at the federal level.
I think what you do is you call people in for oversight hearings. You find out what's going on and why, or what's not going on and why.
We already did that. We have the Fifth Amendment.
If you're interested in impeaching somebody, you can start with the director of the IRS.
All right. Last word to you, Mr. Little. I find it very surprising that you, because I know your background, you were a very vigilant prosecutor in your time at the federal level, don't see how important this IRS thing is, and how, when you have all, you know, thousands of key emails disappear, you have the central authority taking the fifth, held in contempt of Congress, and you don't think it needs an outside set of eyes? I'm surprised.
Well, I've got more faith, I think, in the federal agents who are working the case. I've got more faith in the folks who are prosecuting it, that may be prosecuting it. You build good cases in secret. You build them quietly. And if they get the evidence and collect the evidence, they're going to make a darn good case. But
all
they're
right,
going to
well,
wait
we
until
have
they've
you on
got it to
tape
bring
now,
it.
and we'll check back with you in about a year and see if that happens. Judge, thanks for your time.
All right.
Mr. Little.